Well, here I am again in Tel Aviv, going back to the homeless shelter on Gdud Haivri. I'm really hoping that they fix the shower and that there's a lock on both the bathroom and the shower. Front door still has a lock. Don't know how long I'm going to stay there. Don't have any changes of clothing on me. Despite having packed up, I just didn't want to take all my belongings to the hotel. I'm not really sure what street I'm on, but I know the way, give or take. I mean, I've walked this way from the Sadigorah synagogue, or Antepol, whatever you want to call it, to the homeless shelter and back. I've probably done it a couple dozen times. I don't know about a couple dozen, but a number of times. Oh, my stomach's at it again. Barely ate anything today. 3 coffees, maybe a couple liters of water, and a bowl of beans and potatoes, and a cinnamon bun, and half a lunch of carbs, pretty much, at the Chabad soup kitchen, in the old city. But I got into a fight with, well, not a fight, I guess. I was sickened by some of the comments that I was making and some of the comments that I was perceiving others were making, and plus I had a really late start to the day. Couldn't get myself in gear until like, I don't know, 10 o'clock, 10:30. With my cousin and smoking a joint, getting locked out of the house, and debating whether I should go to the hotel without my dolls and fill in, and going back to the house and getting them, and then, story of life. And look, still teenagers with their pants around their ankles. I'll never understand that. My foster dad spoke out against it, and I took it to heart. I mean, not that I ever really had a problem with it, but it's a quiet night, thank God. Hopefully I'll get a decent night's sleep. Charged up my battery at the synagogue. A nice little chat with a couple of people. And, it took me a while to find the homeless shelter when I was coming from the bus station, because I didn't know the route. It's a different bus station than I remember usually taking. I usually go to the central bus station in Tel Aviv on Levinsky or something. But even that, it's been like 7, 8 months, maybe more, 9 months. Finding out where the service station is that operates on Sundays and Thursdays. It's going to take some doing. Figuring out who else is living there at the homeless shelter. You know, it's not going to be easy, but that's life. That is life. Well, technically, I could probably get on a bus and go back to the hotel. Still relatively early. It's 9:30. But I'd rather sleep horizontal than sitting in a chair. Because frankly, the hotel would be a waste on me other than that. Morning, Shachars, Tehillim. And even if I'm there all night, learn something. But to make it my go-to, it's really not a long-term solution. I don't know what is. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. Keep asking people, and I think the true rabbis seem to say, study Torah as much as you can, and then some. Hopefully that'll be Marpel Lenefesh. I don't know. I basically lost hope. When I see certain people, sometimes I get a little bit more hope for a minute, but because he disappears, because you listen to other people's stories. Their lives aren't peaches and cream either. I don't know anybody who's got it perfect. This guy looks like he's got it good, but he's in debt for a couple million. And this guy looks like he's got it good, and his kid just died, or his mother just died, or like my cousin in a car accident, and his wife left him, and his kids are in foster care. I don't know anybody who's got it good. And then you add on all my sins. person to person, I get angry easily, and I tend to curse people. And between me and God, I don't keep the Sabbath. I don't keep Shabbos. I don't eat healthy. I don't. Sometimes I curse God. Masturbate way too often. Of course, there's nothing. It doesn't say explicitly, but the rabbis, they say you shouldn't do whatever. And if you're wondering, I typically do it in the bathroom, hopefully when nobody's around, and I keep the volume low on the porn and just get it over with 1, 2, 3. It's like eating or drinking or whatever else. It's just habit. It's not like, I guess to some extent it's an addiction, but I guess it depends who you talk to. Somebody who's never been a chronic masturbator is probably nothing for them. Probably don't get it. I guess there's some people who are asexual too. They look at a pretty girl, they don't care. This woman I was talking to on the beach last week, she said she was pansexual. I don't know what that means. I know what bisexual is. Bisexual, they're interested in both genders. Pansexual, I don't know. Whatever. She was 17. It wasn't exactly anything, any future there. Plus, she wasn't Jewish, so really no future. Most I could have hoped for, at least from a physical perspective, is like a wham bam thank you man on the beach or something, or go back to her place, or take her back to my cousin's place. But like I said, there's no future there. I'm gonna get the 17-year-old non-Jewish woman pregnant, and then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of non-Jewish babies. It's not what I want. I want a nice Jewish lady, close to my age, 25, 30, whatever. And have a nice Jewish family, Hopefully something like conservative or modern Orthodox. Hopefully. Anyways, the next turn, I believe, should be the turn to the homeless shelter. I have to call up the Jewish manager and get him to speak to whoever's on duty right now to grant me a bed for the night. Hopefully a bottom bunk. Hopefully with a plug. And hopefully there's no thieves or rapists or violent people around. And get a half-decent night's sleep. Signing off for now. This is Ben Silver in Tel Aviv. By the way, I'm Canadian, not American.